Let's roll. Let's roll.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I lost the internet connection. And when I restart my PC, it just like... Yeah, I don't know. It did some of the like fresh install stuff. Like asked me like the Microsoft Center install on OneDrive, you know, all that junk. So I don't know what that was about.
Oh, he's back. Yay.
Counter-terrorist.
Yeah, I lost the internet connection.
Now we don't get our bonus money.
I don't think I even made it back in time. Did I make it back in 3 minutes?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That was
Hallelujah.
you
What
were
a ball.
on your last like seconds. Once that
Should
round
drop.
ended,
Drop one.
Drop Nico.
come back, brother.
I can drop 2.
Flashbang out.
Johnny be back. Y'all had no faith.
Let's throw in a grenade. Grenade.
Oh, he was so secret again. Oh my god.
CT.
Another 1A, another 1A. 1A, 1B.
The
One
circle.
there.
Got him.
Hey,
CT.
Bomb has been planted.
walk green.
Throwing smoke.
Careful.
Still in the mid CT area.
Shout out.
I'm blind.
By the light. I get a gun, please. Thank you. Go, come again. So XO. These last 2 rounds, bro, will be fun.
Fast A, fast A, fast A.
Yeah.
Okay, not fast A. never
Fast
mind.
A.
Wait.
Flashbang grenade out.
The guy that plays secret all the time.
Throwing smoke. Grenade. Smoke.
Which
Hey, one's close, eh?
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Facing A. Push B, yo. He's middle. Oh, one more mid.
Bomb has been planted.
Couple.
Going mid. Whoa. Oh, fuck me with a fucking pistol, man.
He had a drop. Probably not him.
My bullet just went through his fucking face.
Is off down here?
This is the same fucking guy. He's in secret. Fucking up also.
Huh.
He's dead. These should be good.
Last one should be.
Throwing smoke.
So confused where I am right.
Activating the bomb. Bomb has been planted.
He's A. I think he went towards mid.
Hey, water. Z, connector. Nice.
Good half. Oh, I went out here.
These fools are gonna regret waking up this
Try
morning.
to utilize. If you know the map, utilize mollies to rush. They're gonna rush. I don't think they're slow paced. Like during
Got
that
it.
rounds, obviously not. But let's try to utilize mollies.
Buy a fucking shotgun and shit.
That's a negative. Let's go, fellas.
Played with the green light. The mid,
Bomb
mid,
spotted. I should have stayed A. Why'd I go there?
Oh,
Oh,
shot!
dude.
What? Never mind, dude. This game is so stupid. Never mind, we're shit. Play next, I guess.
14 ping and my fucking bullet's still there.
Fucking
Cars?
dang, just come across and they die. Fucking way.
Move it, move it.
Beep. Fuck. Help!
Oh my god.
Bro, that guy's so fucking lit. How is he not dying? Fucking hit him for 96. No one else hit him?
I died first every single fucking time.
Move it, son. Incendiary.
Eh. I didn't even know they could get there that fast. I'm gonna be real. I thought I always got there like first. I thought I got there first
I
by
can
like
flash
a
for
pretty
you
good
guys when
margin
you're ready.
too.
Fucking joking me.
Dude, what? Literally running.
Flashbang.
now I know.
Go, go, go. Throwing smoke.
Bomb spotted B.
Just running it down.
They took mid control. Another upper mid. One guy 30 health. Control, nice one.
It's like the fucking.
Laying down smoke. Throwing a grenade. Terrorists win.
You guys are on a losing streak, huh?
Move it, move it.
Nothing B.
I think they're rushing A. They have A control.
Deploying
Flash him
flashbang.
over. Never mind.
Deploying flashbang.
Get the push.
Diffusing. Counter-terrorists win. You're a champion.
I'll go mid with a knock. Let's go for a top.
What on? Smoke. Throwing fire. Flashbang. Grenade out.
No way I don't kill him, man.
Terrorists win.
How do I not kill him?
Analysis, but there's no frill. I'm off the chain, been that way since slaves and flayed from 93 till infinity. I'm slated in ways
That's an unlucky game to disconnect from.
ourselves. I'm still all about the music. I don't monitor plays. I don't monitor hits and I don't monitor clicks. I monitor the snare drum in the bottom of kicks. Is anybody left to still fuck with this true shit? Well, let me hear you scream over top of this cool shit. yo, this so real. Now no one was ahead, but I'ma go this steal. Living in the moment, got a hopeless feel. But the feeling in itself got its own appeal. I'm attracted to the lights in the distance. The closer that I get, and the brighter my wish gets. Excited by the risk and the chances I'm taking. Not sure what I'm putting my faith in, but I'ma be alright.
Let's roll.
It's the same exact team as before. Oh man.
Let's roll.
Play B.
I don't
Joke, you
know this map, by the way.
Joke, right?
Dude, you guys again.
Four stack B, yeah. Joke the spot found and it's for
Yeah, 4 stack B.
fallback.
Move.
Got you tail for B.
Laying down smoke.
I hear anybody, might be B. Water, water. Oh, going con.
Flashbang.
Going up, con. Help. Oh my god, fuck this game, bro. Oh my god.
Oh, the one bad.
Flashbang.
Divider.
Okay.
Terrorists win. Shoot the piss out of them.
Calm your titties.
That's a negative.
Oh, my bad.
5 mollies, yeah?
Let's go. Throwing smoke.
Flash found.
Throwing flashbang. Flashbang. Deploying flashbang. Throwing fire.
I got party control.
One monster.
Car.
Incendiary
Could
out.
be party or bath.
One back monster.
Be long, bathroom.
One monster.
Push that long.
Long,
Spot.
long. The last two. Fuck. I lit both. More lit. Oh, time.
Bomb has been planted.
No way. Just pushed up.
I mean, the gamble either way, right?
Ah, man, like he was planting yesterday anyways. He's not gonna...
No, if I run up, he could get the kill if he fakes it. Thing. 50-50.
Just bad.
Go, go, go.
We're all trash.
Now that's a no.
Con.
Yeah, full.
I think the guy found low health.
Throwing flashbang.
On my fucking head.
One shot on dice.
Bomb has been planted. I'm defusing the bomb. Terrorists win.
Let's not keep forcing Navi. Come on. Try, at least try.
No, sir.
Then just leave. You'll get bonus money. You left last time for half the fucking match anyway.
Yo, how did we freaking queue up all together again? What?
Party. Party.
I wish there was a dodge system.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Play long.
Bye, kid. If you
2 more ton.
Sure, though.
Don't
1
die.
more.
Flashbang.
They ran away.
Sure. He's upping. Ego says me.
Counter-terrorists win. Champion.
Bye, kitty.
Remember, this is bandit country. Shoot everything that moves. Flashbang. Throwing smoke. Throwing fire. Laying down smoke.
Long A.
Incendiary.
Moving out bathrooms.
Deploying flashbang.
Where was that guy?
1 con.
Spawn.
Con?
Con.
I think that might go
It's
B.
gone.
Bathrooms.
Oh, 2 gone. Short.
Nice.
He's there, short.
Wait.
Inside.
Nice.
Oh.
Holy
Stuck right into them.
fuck. Hello. Yeah, I can drop you, Navi.
We're really laying into them. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Come on, jump.
Your leg.
Throwing smoke. Throwing flashbang. Throwing fire.
Outlaw connector. Running up con.
Nice.
The
One's water.
Grenade.
Yeah, I was reloaded. Another one.
Smoke.
Up con stairs. Con.
Deploying flashbang. Counter-terrorists win.
Dude, holy shit, this guy's a god.
Can I get a drop?
Jay's clean with it, bro. Damn. $9-3 right here. Let's sit up on my chair.
Move it, son. Laying down smoke. Throwing
Smoke monster.
Throwing flashbang. Flashbang.
There's like 2
Deploying
across
flashbang.
the.
Throwing fire. Smoke.
You want a boost?
Oh, I got knifed.
Flashbang. Throwing flashbang.
Coming up line.
Flashing.
Deploying flashbang.
Oh, might be. I hear squeak. Oh, you already.
What? He just knifed you from the back? Bro, fuck. I hit that guy through the fucking middle. Jack.
Oh, man, that's funny. There was 2 knives this round, I think.
I'm gonna buy you an op now.
No, it's fine.
Or we can rush fountain if we get it.
Yeah, you can. They need it, so.
We're going in. Flashbang. Throwing flashbang.
2.
Flank.
Three
Wait,
playground.
wait, wait. Just-
Playground.
But they were there. Here, I'll drop you an op, Jade. Give me that.
Thank you. Let's have at it, mates. Throwing smoke.
Should I molly? Okay.
Throwing flashbang. Smoke. Throwing
One
a
out
grenade.
monster.
One's playground, bro.
It's just back.
Con.
I'm
Con
gonna
stairs.
Short.
Flashbang.
I don't know your monster.
Deploying flashbang. Laying down smoke. Flashbang.
Oh, shot! Hit him for 76, bruh. Fucking.
Let's have it, lads. Throwing fire.
One con.
Oh, he fucking over his die. He's taking all the fucking. Or left side. Oh, come on. Click down niggas head, bitch. 7-5, I guess.
Let's go, fellas. Throwing smoke. Throwing flashbang. Smoke. Throwing flashbang. Smoke. Flashbang. Throwing fire.
One party. Going long, eh?
Deploying flashbang. Laying down smoke.
Close long.
Bomb down long.
He's opping still?
Last one unknown.
Throwing flashbang.
You can still go bathrooms.
Bathroom. Truck.
Incendiary counter-terrorist win. All right, all right. Let's start some trouble.
Fountain, hold W. What about you, Till?
Not good, guys. We're better. Let's go.
Fountain. Fountain. Shit. Flashbang.
Flashbang.
Push, push. On site.
Two site. Another one, bank, I think.
Oh, struck.
Unknown. Flank.
One HP.
I'm throwing smoke.
Oh, you should go through monster by the little corner. Yeah! Oh shit! I can't believe you actually went to monster. Insane. Good job, brother.
Agreed.
Flash fountain again. They might try to nade. Actually, nade fountain if you can.
Don't have money.
No one else has?
That is the plan. Grenade out.
Oh, there, somewhere there.
Ran out of gun.
He one-tasked me midair.
Get the guy.
Drop.
Squeaky
Flash.
never opened. I don't think it did.
Got squeaky.
Clear.
Two
Fuck that
squeaky, I think.
Planted.
Bathroom.
One bot.
The guy bathroom. Yeah, no. Connect.
Terrorists win.
They forced, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know, some guy had a deagle. Oh, no, I don't think they.
They did
One
force.
guy
Two
had
had
a deagle.
deagles.
But
Still in this place, let's go. We're better. Shots are better, 100%.
Nading.
Fire in the hole.
he's up.
Let's go.
Hard.
One long.
Oh my god, he's scouting. Not that good.
Yo, where you guys at?
Think-
I dig them long.
Need to trade.
I was party when you peeked.
Speaking from truck. He's in truck.
Connector one. Connector one, connector.
Dice.
He's dead.
Could be long.
Good job, guys.
I planted the bomb.
No.
He's in
Okay,
spawn.
CT
Stair.
stair. CT stair.
I throw it
Yo,
back.
you guys are both
Flashing.
low. All low. You guys are all.
Yeah, but don't play scared. So just work off each other.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta pick one by one, you know what I'm saying?
Get the fuck out.
Good shit, you guys killed the fucking connector, dude.
Terrorists win. I fear no man.
Okay, one op, but nah. Shit,
We will
guys.
make them regret today.
Fountain again? Yeah.
Nah, it's been working.
Right, yep.
Grenade out.
Flash.
Flashbang. I throw the flashbang.
Oh, fuck.
Graffiti.
Sorry.
Bathroom graffiti.
You got a clear connector, Najee? Come clear connector with them.
Bathroom?
Bathroom.
Thank you. Another one, I
He
think.
ran away to butter.
Smoking. Throwing fire.
Truck.
Throwing fire.
He's there! Help me! Nice.
Activating the bomb.
Are they all there?
Hide.
Flashbang.
Oh no.
Throwing the flashbang.
Nice. Blank dead.
So
Trash and bank.
Bank.
Nice, bank. Nice. Let's go, boys.
Stop your little scout.
I don't know how that timing with the guy bathroom did. I'm so glad I checked it.
Yeah, always that guy's fucking flanking. Good shit, dude.
I hate to lose, so let's win.
Shit, it worked. Maybe we can go down con if they do stack it.
Oh fuck.
Throwing flashback.
Dead. Rotate
Throwing
quick.
flashback.
Big.
One was monster. Divider.
Fuck that guy up.
Got him.
Dead.
Throwing a flashbang.
Dice.
Molotov.
Dead. I'm gonna get an op. I'm 11 HP.
I'm planted.
CT.
Oh,
No, one back.
Okay.
One back.
no, there's one here. Bathroom.
What? Another guy is.
No, I was trying to get the op because I was 11 HP. This guy's always just flanking, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, he always goes connector. Wait,
Yeah.
89 and 3. Like what?
I need to drop.
It's okay. If we win this round, they're really fucking money.
Yeah. We're trying to push up hard.
Yeah, we need more people bathroom side to get.
Let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
We need a clear connector also. So like the clear connector before you clear bathrooms. You know, CT side bathrooms clear.
Flashbang out. Grenade. Flashbang.
Careful, one guy might push.
Molotov.
My God, are you fucking?
Connector clear. Connector clear.
Fire in the hole.
Long, push too long.
Let's push up bathroom.
Up. Too long.
I'm throwing flashbang.
Okay, one's default. Or center box.
He's behind dice.
Go back. Smoke.
Site dead. There's another one.
Flashing
long.
over
I think
dumpster.
car not.
I'm throwing fire. I'm throwing a grenade.
Dumpster right now.
I'm not peeking shit. Wait, flank the guy.
Flank.
Hey, flank you, flank. Flank. Long. Dead. Nice, good job.
Yes, my friend.
Holy.
Yes.
I can drop you, joke.
You did.
We must win. Grenade. I'm throwing flashbang.
Mike, no. Careful long.
Flashbang.
Pushing pound.
Pushing long too. Watch out.
No.
Molotov out.
Yeah, trade that.
I fucked that up. Yo, get the trick, shit. He's cut off. Fire.
Bathroom.
It'd be like 1v. Had like 2.
Trade.
One CT.
Flashbang.
Your teammate's by himself at B. You have to fold book it.
He's in water.
He's in water. Monster side.
You guys could go
You
back
guys
A.
probably. Well, there's still gonna be a guy there, but yeah, you guys. You
The
could
guy
probably book it.
left.
Smoke.
What's up, folks? Holy shit!
Yeah, always clear sight. Always clear.
Yeah. I was gonna run bang. We're gonna get him flanked, but he started fucking. Same shit. We got this. Fuck, I'll get the bomb.
Flashbang. Flashbang.
Oh,
fuck.
connector.
Get the trade connector. Connector.
Flash out.
We're good. Let's go.
Nice.
He's water behind us. Short.
Got him, got him.
Planted. Bomb has been planted. Throw in the flashbang. Throw in smoke.
Con. One con.
Smoke. Throw in fire.
He ran away, Evan.
CT side, FT side. Here. Super lit. Heard him though.
Get ready. It is going to explode.
Oh yeah, corner.
Terrorists win.
King. Bitch.
Come on, let's go. Flashbang. Going. Flashbang out. Flashbang. Throw the flashbang.
Bathrooms.
One divider. Graffiti.
Oh, he's on me. Oh my fucking god. Good shit. Bombs down.
One's flank, one's flank.
Oh. My mouse, I didn't expect to be that close. Bathrooms.
Right
Bath-
side.
bath-
Oh, the shotgun? What the fuck are these guys doing? I get so lucky on me, dude.
Yo,
Whatever.
how long? When did you know the flank was happening? Did you call it sooner than
Right
that?
when I called it. I only knew it when he rushed through monster. I was playing connector. I went all the way through connector.
We have to save.
I called
we
it
have to
right
rush
away though.
fucking-
Let us go.
I'm not good. We're better. Guys.
Connector one. There's one connector.
Divider.
They're flanking again. They're pushing through monster. I let the guy through monster.
I dinked him.
We could take B.
There
One's,
should go B. Fall back, go B.
one's for sure gonna be behind us though, okay?
Oh, they're both there.
Two. One more. No, shit. How the fuck do they keep pushing up?
Push
Through monster,
monster?
man. Yeah, monster.
Play one. I'll play monster.
Wait, I'm confused. I mean, they pushed monster. Didn't you go monster?
Yeah, I was hiding in the smoke though. I called it out, man. I called it out so early.
Yeah, next time say they're like early on, say they're flanking.
Bro, I called it. No way.
It's all good.
Hey, you want to shoot him?
No, I was gonna look for another person to shoot at that, like right after, you know? Trigger discipline. Like it looked like he was gonna like keep looking down con, you know?
You guys want to rush the site, or you guys want to play and rush B?
Or we just have someone camp spawn and just
I'll
make a lot of
camp.
noise up.
I'll camp. The bomb. I'll camp. Sit in this corner.
Flashbang. Flashbang. Let's throw the flashbang.
Yo, bathrooms.
Oh god.
Upper
Hey,
bathroom.
one graffiti, graffiti, graffiti. Flashing graffiti.
One more B.
Smoke B. Free team.
Where's this?
Come bank.
Flashing.
Flashbang.
Flashing, flashing. He's blind. He's out. Oh, he's in smoke.
Oh my
Upper
god.
smoke.
Activating the bomb.
Bank, bank, bank.
Thought I killed him.
Let's throw the flashbang.
I think you killed him. Flank.
It's flanking.
He's flanking.
Flanking, he's flanking.
Bathroom.
Where is the planet for?
Right?
Bathroom?
Yeah. Nice, sweet. Oh.
We're on a real man. It is going to explode.
This shit, guy. For the pushes, or?
Let's go.
I don't know. I just think
I'm gonna
keep
chill,
getting
I'm gonna
back
chill right
control.
there. Fuck that. Yeah, let's keep doing this. Just don't, or let me do.
Flashbang out.
Kill this.
Flashbang. Flashbang.
In con. Two con, two con.
Clear
Con right now.
Smoke shield.
Good
Clear
push along.
connector.
I tagged the guy monster, he's half.
Dude, I know. Fuck, you should just let me just hold it. Full buy. Maybe we can rush B. Fuck,
Let's go make a mess.
haven't even gone B in a while.
Forward. Throwing flashbang.
I push back.
Flat.
Clear.
I am low as fuck now.
The guy.
Con's clear.
Kill this guy. Kill this guy. Spawn.
Go, go, go.
Molotov. Throwing fire.
Fucking mental game, bro.
Let's make a little chaos. Flashbang out.
Oh, he's speaking. Flash.
There's 2 on water. 2
Divider.
water.
Divider.
You got the shit on.
Truck. Garbage, there's 2 there.
Anyone have utility?
Just like
One's still water. B.
What is he doing?
1 truck.
One.
I just whiffed. I couldn't see him on my screen.
Activating the bomb.
One guy's gonna flank for sure, dude. That big. Shit, dude.
I don't know what the fuck that guy's do.
It's every single time.
We must work together.
Can you watch the monster and I'll watch.
Grenade out. Flashbang out.
Flashing.
Throw in the flashbang.
One divider. No, he fell back down.
Out.
He's
I'm
dead.
going, eh? Did we clear con? No?
No.
Alright. Going long. Fuck that.
Molotov.
Nice.
Throwing a grenade.
Hey, truck.
I'm like
Can't
so
see.
bad.
Push the.
Smoke. I'm planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted.
Lanky. Alright, we just need to win 1 CT.
Are we rushing in? Or are we...
I'll go B. Don't smoke,
Come on, chop chop.
go peek.
Throwing fire. Smoke. Flashbang. Throwing fire. Deploying flashbang. Incendiary out. Throwing flashbang.
There's one out. One more opper. Monster.
Throwing smoke.
Per monster.
Water.
Oh,
Oh,
another one
came
out.
out. Another one.
I'm staying on side.
Bomb has been planted.
Monster still off.
Flashbang.
One should be
Please
standing
do it.
backside.
Blind.
Monster.
They're monster. What?
Nice.
Oh my
Gee.
god, good job.
Defusing.
Good shit, team. It's a long night. Trying to keep our elos.
Counter-terrorists win. We got that.
Keep the dream alive.
I got a DM from Messi yesterday. That was kind of wild, a surreal experience. He asked me what video settings he should play with in CS2 when him and the boys were playing in the Argentinian football camp. And I was like, Messi, I respect you, but I know you have a lot of money, so that'll be $10,000. And he was like, what the fuck? I thought you were a nice guy. And we're like, what do you mean? You don't know me.
If you haven't watched it already, the last map of the grand finals of the first Counter-Strike 2 IEM down in Sydney was incredible. I thought it'd be interesting to analyze the aiming highlights and fails of the final match in the series and really dive deep into exactly what's going on to make them happen. For the record, I haven't personally played much Counter-Strike, but I do know an awful lot about aiming, and that's what I'll be focusing on. In the first pistol round, Rops has great crosshair placement, but he sees that Grim is jumping across and looking away, so he has a moment to line up the shot. He fairly closely tracks him, making me think he was looking for the headshot at any moment in case he was discovered, but didn't want to risk taking the shot in the arc of the jump if he didn't have to. You can see he flicks ahead, looking to have Grim walk into the crosshair, but as luck would have it, Grim moves in a different direction moments before taking the shot, which causes him to miss. So he has to micro flick back to the head to secure the kill. It's important to remember that everything these players do is happening behind a filter of their reaction time. From the perspective of Rops, he is reading and predicting Grim's movement, and on his screen, that translates to Grim moving across it to the right. So he places his crosser ahead of this movement, and when he expects Grim to be there, he shoots. Unfortunately for him, Grim started moving parallel to the box and as a result stopped moving to the right from Rops' perspective, leading to the missed shot. Next, he sees that Halzerk has been tagged and slowed down, making his jump almost entirely vertical, so he wisely places his crosser in the head's trajectory for an easy shot. Here we have Rops again, and he is adjusting to hold the angle quite tightly, but Elige pops out and makes a run for the box. Despite Elige's head running right through the crosshair, he doesn't take the shot, because his reaction time hasn't caught up yet. When it does, you can see Rops reacting to Elige's movement toward the cover of the box, and with the jump locking him into a predictable trajectory, he can safely track him down for the kill. Now, he knows that the others will almost certainly be following, so he flicks back over to the corner, and what's interesting is that his crosshair is actually really well positioned to take this fight now and in the next few moments. But as soon as his reaction time acknowledges they're in front of him and moving to the right, he flicks ahead to spray where he anticipates them to be. Unfortunately for him, they immediately strafe back the opposite direction and take the fight. Please excuse my ignorance of CS if this doesn't make sense, but it seems like the optimal play for Rops aim-wise would be to anticipate that the following targets would take the fight because Elige helped reveal his position. And for them to take the fight, they'll ideally need to counter-strafe for accuracy so they wouldn't continue hooning in one direction. This wasn't planned, but funnily enough we have another Rops clip where he makes a clean flick to the head for a fast kill, but once again falls victim to reaction time. You can see that he adjusts his crosshair to where Elige's head is about to be, but Elige counter-strafes and crouches, which completely throws off his aim. I'm curious to see how the rest of the clips pan out, but at least for Robs, for his aim, it seems like he could benefit from relying less on his instincts and reactions and instead aiming according to expected player behavior. If Robs himself is counter-strafing to take a duel, it is reasonable to expect the opponent will be doing the same. So instead of aiming ahead hoping they walk into the crosshair, you could aim at their current position as you know it, or even vary slightly to the opposite side of the direction they're currently moving in. Rain lands an awesome headshot flick with the deagle here. What's interesting about this situation is that realistically, Rain only has the time to fire one bullet, which needs to be a headshot. To do this well and consistently, the flick needs to be broken down into deliberate steps. First, the player needs to acknowledge their own crosshair position, then acknowledge the position of the target. In this case, Alicia's floating head that is conveniently following a fairly predictable arc in the jump. Next, you need to move the mouse the distance you have calculated between the crosshair and the target, and finally to click, which Rain executed perfectly. If any part of the process is missed or done poorly, your flick shot consistency will suffer. If you find that your flicks over and or under aim regularly, you probably aren't paying attention to your crosshair and target position. If you fire too early or too late during a flick, you aren't separating the movement and the clicking portion of the flick shot into their own actions. Elige missing these shots is painful for me to watch, and the cause of it is one of the main reasons I've personally had a hard time getting into CS in the past as an aim enthusiast. Aim-wise, Elige is pretty much bang on target, but the weapon spread and movement penalty has all his shots flying off away from his crosshair to the right. From what I can tell, Helzer missed this shot primarily because of the awkward timing. He places his crosshair tightly on the corner, which means he needs to react very quickly to a target peeking to get the shot off before they move past it. That's fine, and he is capable of doing that, but the target peeks before he is ready. When you hold an angle, you sort of enter this state of focus where you're intently concentrating on looking for the slightest movement so you can click as fast as you can. It looks like his mind was occupied with the placement of his crosshair and hadn't quite switched into that focused state yet. So when the target peaked, he missed the timing and shot too late. Ideally, he would have acknowledged that the target surprised him, and knowing that if that happens, he needs to flick a little further ahead to compensate. I thought this clip from Carrigan highlighted a few very interesting things. First, crosshair placement gets talked about a lot in CS, and for good reason. And this first kill especially was a great example. It looks like there's some slight spectator delay, but from what I can tell, he didn't have to move his crosshair at all. The target walked into it, Carrigan clicked and got the kill, all without aiming. It's important to cater your crosshair placement to your own reaction time, and Carrigan has nailed that. Ideally, you want your reaction time to acknowledge the enemy has peaked right as they enter your crosshair, so all you need to do is click. If you hold an angle too tightly, they can move past it, and if you hold it too far out, they may not walk into it soon enough, or perhaps they move back into cover without being shot. What I found most interesting here is with the second kill. I know I'm cherry picking from a single game here, so the conclusions need to be taken with a grain of salt, but if Rops was in this exact same situation, I can imagine him aiming to the right of Elige in anticipation of his movement, and then being thrown off by the counterstrafe as we saw in previous clips. Carrigan, on the other hand, seems to know that the player he is dueling will also counterstrafe, and he aims to where Elige is currently standing, expecting him to stop moving, which he does. If Elige hadn't counterstrafed and kept moving in the same direction, Carrigan would have missed the shot. This tells me that Carrigan has an excellent measure on how other players should behave and react to situations. This is a bit of a weird one, but I'll do my best to break down what I think is happening. What we're looking at is his first flick missing, and then the further adjustment missing again. I believe this comes down to a combination of his rather low mouse sensitivity of 69.3 centimeters per 360, and getting his wires crossed with where he expects the target to be. On such a low sense, a relatively far off-angle flick like this can be quite awkward. I think he has seen the target's legs obviously moving to the left and knows he has to throw his arm for a big flick. It's important to note that while we have the luxury of watching this slowed down, from his perspective, as soon as the flick shot begins, he won't be able to see what the target is doing as the screen is moving too quickly. I think his intention was to land the flick up here where he expected the enemy to move to, realized his flick fell too far to the right, and then adjusted to his original intended position. We can see the target strafed back the other way, and the reason he didn't react to this in my opinion was that he was preoccupied with the complexity of the flick shot. There's only so many things we can do at the same time, and all of this is happening in a fraction of a second. Alige features in another frustrating clip. You can see here that his crosshair sits directly on the enemy's head for several moments before moving off to shoot the other target. There isn't much Alige could do about this. It's simply a great example of how everyone is playing with outdated information thanks to reaction time. Despite having his crosshair directly on their head, he doesn't know that has happened yet, so he naturally aims off to the target he saw first. Rain pulls off an insane deagle headshot in this clip. What's most
Damn,
interesting
that
to
was
me
beautiful.
is that he breaks it up into two movements. He notices the enemy and quickly flicks as close as he can to them, but notice that he doesn't shoot.
That was
When his
good.
crosshair
That was
stops,
really good.
He is waiting on his reaction time to catch up so he can determine where his crosshair landed. As soon as he gets this information, he performs the second movement, which is a smaller distance flick and therefore more accurate, landing him the kill. As a rule of thumb, the further you have to aim on screen, the less accurate you are. If that enemy had peeked out with their head, Rain may have had to risk the one motion flick shot to have any chance at winning that fight. If he were to flick in two motions in that scenario, he would have to rely on the enemy missing. Both options carry their own risks, but props to Rain for realizing he had the time advantage and could go for the safer shot. There's not too much to say about this one, besides it being a clean flick by Grim.
It's all pretty
What's
basic
most
stuff,
notable
but
here is
if you don't play
overcoming the
shooters, it's
pressure
just
of the
good
situation.
information that you should know.
Having an enemy come out of smoke right in front of you can easily lead to a panic flick that either over aims or has you firing too early in the flick. So props to Grim on playing that so calmly. Once again, Carrigan's crosshair placement and understanding of player behavior is remarkable. You could consider this to be fundamental to any high-level player, but being able to consistently execute it, especially at the tail end of a grand finals, is very impressive to me. Twists unfortunately misses two AWP shots in a row here. The first of which looks like he may have clicked a tad too early in the flick, which, considering the pressure of the situation, is entirely understandable. The second looks like it was fired at the right time if we ignore the spectator delay, but was under-aimed. This could be a completely misguided extrapolation, but I'd like to touch on zoom sensitivity for a moment and how it can divide players into being rifle players or snipers, rather than both roles being more accessible to both camps. In Counter-Strike, the default zoom sensitivity is 1. This is equal to something referred to as 75% monitor match, meaning your scoped aim feels the same as your hip fire, only if you were to aim at a point 3/4 of the way between the center of your screen and the edge
I like
of
the
your
default
screen on the
personally.
horizontal plane. Before I lose you to this explanation, this ultimately means that the default zoom sensitivity of 1 in Counter-Strike makes your scoped sensitivity feel a bit too fast when compared to your hip fire. It is generally accepted in the aiming community that focal length scaling, aka 0% monitor match, has the most merit for these conversions. And for the AWP in CS, that would equal 0.82 for the first zoom and 0.79 for the second zoom. This video from mousesensitivity.com is a great example of how it works. With focal length scaling, if you move twice as far away from a target as your hipfire and then zoom back in with a 2x scope, so the enemy is the same size on your screen in both scenarios, it would take the exact same mouse movement to track the target. This is how you get that one-to-one feeling between hipfire and scope. With Counter-Strike's default 75% monitor match, the scope in this example would move further ahead with the same mouse movement. I don't want to go too far off topic here, but it seems reasonable to believe that this discrepancy could play some part in missing shots, especially if you aren't using the AWP very often. And that is the last of the clips I recorded. If you want to take your aim to a whole new level, check out the mouse mod I designed over at struthgaminggear.com. And for more info on how it works, you can watch this video here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Good video though.
The shorter and steep
No, I did not. I don't like toggle ADS personally.
For consistent and accurate aim, control is king. We need control over our mouse and hanging more dramatic sections without triggering a click unless I want to. For consistent and accurate aim, control is king. We need control over our mouse and how we move it, and that can be significantly improved with ridge clicking. To demonstrate, this is how I hold my mouse. You can see my index finger is about half on mouse 1 and half on this solid divider. And my middle finger is hanging more dramatically over the edge, and about half of this portion of the finger is on mouse 2 and the rest is on the side. This may look strange, but what this lets me do is honestly incredible. From this position, I have no trouble clicking. I simply press down and my fingertip sinks slightly into the solid sections while the rest actuates the buttons. The real magic of this can be seen in the fingertips. Notice how the blood is being pushed away. This is because I can now apply tension with these fingers against these solid sections without triggering a click unless I want to. So now I not only have my thumb, pinky and ring finger contributing to my grip, but also the index and middle finger, both of which are comparatively highly dexterous. Notice how both the index and middle finger are helping to manipulate the mouse when I'm aiming. This provides an extra level of control that is unparalleled. Tracking, micro corrections, flicking, it all becomes more intentional and calculated. Aiming shouldn't feel disembodied, like your actions aren't syncing up with what's happening on screen. By improving our control over how we hold and move our mouse, and ultimately the mouse sensor, we can make our aim feel deterministic, which I can tell you now is a great feeling. Standard grips with these fingers hovering on the clicks are excluding two incredibly useful tools from our aiming toolkit. While it's obviously not impossible to aim like this, and plenty of professionals, in fact most of them probably do, that doesn't mean there aren't more optimizations like this to be had. To summarize how this works, we place our fingers on the ridge of mouse 1 and mouse 2, which allows us to apply tension without clicking, which in turn provides more control. Now, if you're following along, you may be wondering how on earth this is meant to apply to your situation. Your mouse, your grip, your hand may not be matching up with what I've shown so far, and that's okay, as that's what we'll cover next. First, we don't want to force our fingers dramatically over to a side. They should be sitting comfortably in or close to their natural position. The first roadblock you may encounter is that by doing this, they don't align with any ridges. For this to work at all, you'll want to be utilizing a claw style grip, which I have a guide to linked in the description. The quick version is that we want to pull our mouse toward our palm, with the contact points being our pinky and maybe ring finger knuckle on certain mice, the thumb knuckle, then all of our fingertips. When we grip with our hand, this channel naturally appears, and that's where the body of the mouse should sit. This lets our fingertips grip the mouse toward our palm, seating it securely in the hand and allowing each finger to push and pull against the mouse to help manipulate it to move exactly where we want it to go. When we grip the mouse in that channel, it naturally angles off to the side, which is what allows our index and middle fingers to now align with the ridges of mouse 1 and 2. Secondly, this technique is reliant on the mouse having these features. On the G303 Strat Edition,
G303 is
a
really
great
what it's
ridge for our index
works
finger,
for.
and the narrowing front makes hanging our middle
love my
finger over
303.
the edge very accessible. On the Death Adder V3, the solid divider sits well below mouse 1, so it's not a good option and you're likely better off just resting it on top like normal. Mouse 2 has a nice ridge on the side for us to rest against, so for a mouse like this, you'd only be using ridge clicking with the middle finger. The XM1 has no divider at all, so rigid smaller hands, you may need one. Fortunately, so long as the clicks actuate well enough, having your middle finger positioned further back along the mouse isn't a problem and should work just fine. So we need the right grip and the right mouse features to make this work. That's a lot of conditions. That's because it's a completely unintended way of gripping the mouse. This is both a good and a bad thing. The exclusivity of ridge clicking means that for those of us in the know with a mouse that enables this technique, we have an advantage over the vast majority of FPS players. To get the most out of this, we need to be smart about how we apply this tension. I have a full video on the topic also linked below, but I'll cover this. I ran a poll to see if people preferred toggle or hold to ADS, which is aim down sights, and the results really took me by surprise. A massive 80% of the 1600 voters said they preferred hold to ADS. I've been using toggle for years and had assumed it was the default choice for anyone looking to improve their aim. Another interesting result was that the majority of comments on the poll were from toggle to ADS players, despite them making up only 20% of the votes. While the sample size isn't enormous, it seems plausible that many voters play on the default setting of hold and perhaps haven't tried toggle. Those who have made the switch likely experienced the same benefits that I have and felt inclined to comment as they have a more defined preference. So, what's the difference and should you make the switch? Hold is always the default option in games as it's highly intuitive. If you want to be looking down your sights, you have mouse 2 held down. If you want to go back to hipfire, you just let go. Simple. The problem is that anytime your mouse 2 is held down, your mouse grip is being compromised. That extra tension in one specific area of your mouse throws off your balance and can negatively affect your aim. It also creates this divide between your... This new flickshot technique is shockingly accurate and consistent, despite how risky it looks. I'm not aware if there's a name for it already, but I like to think of it as an informed flick. And just before I get into explaining how it all works, I'm aware that people have aimed like this before, I just don't think it's ever really been properly explored. And the potential of this technique, particularly in the aim training era, is totally untapped. There is so much flicking accuracy that's just being left on the table, and I hope to change that here. The whole idea of a flick shot is to quickly move your crosshair from one place to another. And we know how far to move it based on the distance between our crosshair and the target. This is great because over time, we learn what mouse movements are needed for different flick distances, which can let us get very consistent. The takeaway there is that to perform an informed flick shot, we need two things, and that is to know our crosshair position and the position of our target. Knowing this, we can move the mouse the appropriate distance. The problem is, in typical FPS gameplay, these two crucial variables get sabotaged. Your own movement constantly moves your crosshair, and so does your mouse. If you're trying to keep your crosshair near the enemy, you're constantly shifting that target's position around your screen, on top of the movement they're already doing, unless you were to somehow perfectly track every target. What this means is that your movement and mouse movement make assessing your exact crosshair position and the position of the target unreliable. You can't make a good assessment when both variables are constantly changing. This makes the flick uninformed. You absolutely can still land shots like this, and the vast majority of all flick shots happening across the world right now will be done under these conditions. If you find that your flicks aren't consistent, there's a good chance that this is the reason, and it's not your fault, you just don't have the information you need to move your mouse the correct distance. You've got bad intel. The whole premise of the informed flick is that you only move your mouse during the flick shot. Outside of that, it stays still and the only thing moving your crosshair is your own movement. You can see here that I get pushed when I'm scanning, and as soon as I look in her direction, my mouse stops moving. Then it flicks, stops moving, flicks, stops moving, flicks, stops moving. Stopping in between shots lets us keep our screen as still as possible, letting us gather the information and make an informed decision about how far to move our mouse for the next shot. Not only does this make judging the flick distance easier, it also breaks up your flicks into their own explicit movements. If you need to flick while you're tracking something, your hand is already under some amount of tension and performing another task, and swapping it to something as precise as a flick shot on the fly like that can be unreliable. If you sometimes have those fights where you're wildly flicking all over the place, that's probably why your wires are getting a bit crossed. Now, the topic of rebound versus dead stop flicks deserves its own video, but I'll quickly touch on it here. Broadly speaking, rebounds tend to be a little more accurate and a bit easier to do than dead stops. When going for informed flicks, whether you rebound or dead stop the flick will largely come down to the weapon's fire rate. Something relatively fast, like the wingman in Apex at 2.6 shots per second, dead stops are more suitable. With the limited time between shots, we want our hand to stop moving as soon as possible so we have a moment to judge the distances before it's ready to fire again. If you rebound the flick, you're essentially doubling the time that your hand is moving. And like we covered earlier, anytime your hand is moving, your ability to judge the distances is being compromised. A slower weapon like Cassidy's revolver in Overwatch at 2 shots per second, you'll probably find that you have some time to rebound.
I haven't really done
That's what we
rebounds
like
too
to
much.
do. Now that we know what an informed
This is
flick
something I don't really
I'll rapid
practice.
fire some tips, tricks, and optimizations for using it. Typically, mid to lower sensitivities will benefit most from this technique, whereas higher sensitivities would usually benefit more from a tracking and micro.
I mean, sometimes I do them, but I like.
Be
not
careful
really.
of having your crosshair drift too far away between shots. This can happen if they move one way and you move another. If you notice this and you're not confident in longer ranged flicks, change your strafe to close or at least stop that gap from widening further. If you are rebounding your flicks, you may need to shorten the rebound distance if they are moving the same direction as your flick. If not, this can create an enormous gap and can even move them off screen. You don't always need to flick every shot when doing this. When your crosshair is only being moved by your own movement, you can sometimes use this to aim, kind of like aiming on controller. You'll also find that enemies will sometimes walk through your crosshair and you simply need to click at the right time for a free hit. This technique benefits greatly from aim training, and in particular static clicking. Learning what mouse movements correlate with different distances on screen is what can take this technique to the next level. I should also mention that many of the clips used in the background of this video, I've essentially added artificial difficulty. If you see me zooming in or ADSing excessively far away from the target for a huge flick, that's just me having fun pushing my aim in casual modes like Team Deathmatch. In a more serious situation, I'd be trying to aim as little distance as possible. I genuinely think that a better understanding of this technique and treating it as its own skill, rather than flick shots all just being flick shots, can lead to a huge boost to the aiming skill cap. If you'd like to chat about this technique, I'll be in the Aim Theory channel in the members only Discord. So if you'd like to directly support the channel and unlock some nice perks, please consider becoming a member. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend checking out this video all about focus, which is honestly a For years, I've learned the right way to aim, the good way. But in my unrelenting search for progress, my resolve weakened, and the whispers of the forbidden techniques became all-consuming. Turning my back on the Aimers Guild, I set out to play a single team deathmatch in Apex Legends with each of the 3 flick shot techniques that were calling to me. The first being the heretical notion of playing exclusively with one motion flick shots, like some kind of automaton. No gradual aiming movements, even when walking around, no rebounds on the flicks, and not using your movement to aim for you. Full disclaimer, the following techniques are not something you should do. I'm calling them forbidden for a reason. This is more about exploring aim. Starting out, it's hard to express just how awkward this felt to do, and a huge amount of my effort was just going towards not breaking those rules. We land a nice shot, but it looks like I rebounded, so that's a big no. Flicking up to this guy, it turns out to be a teammate, so I think you can see where my head is at right now. Following this grappling path was tricky, but I could see where he wanted to go, so I had just a moment to line up the shot, which landed in one nice motion. My bird also seemed quite impressed with this, which I considered to be a good omen. After robotically moving through the door, we land a series of one motion flicks, taking down this bloodhound. The initial awkwardness was wearing off, and I started to get a feel for this style. Slowing it down, we really get to see just how it works. I take a moment to determine the crosshair position and the position of my enemy before quickly one motion flicking. But the thing is, like golf, I just have to play from where it lands, and because I was trying not to aim with my movement, I couldn't say it's now straight, and this led to them just walking into my crosshair. I think this counts as useful for me, more so than any of the actual hipfire kills. The final forbidden technique is that of only going for massive flick shots. The further the distance, the bigger the rebound, the better. And let me tell you now, things got a little crazy. Starting out, we were just testing the waters a little bit. Sure, I rebounded unnecessarily far, but it was a little pathetic. We needed to crank things up a notch. And this Bangalore was the one who copped it. 4 huge flicks in a row, and take a look at this bit after the headshot. Our crosshair is way too close for a cool shot, so we did the right thing and flicked away before flicking an entire screen back to finish her off. With our crosshair on top of this Pathfinder, we of course flick away, so far that we can only see the tip of their Peacekeeper that's currently blasting a hole in us. This distance is no trouble, and we land some good hits despite the complete chaos. With every flick, I was growing stronger, more dialed in and more confident. We got some nice fast flicks on this Ash, but I noticed I had stumbled into a problem. The first flick would have hit if not for the solid wall, but what's concerning is that I shot too early here. The crosshair lands right on them, but I'd mistimed the shot. And it happened again here. It seems that in my efforts to speed up the longer distance flicks so the enemy doesn't move away during the flick was messing a little with the timing. Fortunately, this was something I managed to figure out quickly enough, and while I missed a few shots here, the click timing was spot on. We land a juicy headshot flick on this Pathfinder. After landing from a jump, our crosshair bounces back up, which led to a tough, off-angled flick.
Alright, do I get some sleep?
Doing exactly that is very enjoyable and interesting to people like me, which is why, and so on, that the best option is to use what's most comfortable. This suggestion, how many times have you seen or heard in discussions about mouse sensitivity, mouse grips, mouse pads, and very game? The average competitive player sensitivity in Overwatch is 33 centimeters, in Apex it's 38 centimeters, and in CSGO it's 53 centimeters. Despite this enormous discrepancy, many, if not most of these players still describe their extremely fast sensitivity as being comfortable. And therein lies the problem. When you associate comfort with performance,
The CEO of Twitch got his partnership application declined. For anyone that got denied being partner from Twitch, don't feel so bad. I just got my partner application denied. Did not tell anyone I was applying. Need to keep at it. Hopefully I'll get there one day. Needs to be an employee joke? No, I think that he probably just sent it in to see what would happen. Because he's like, people always complain to me about this shit. I'm gonna try it out. We're gonna see if it works or not. He sent it in. It didn't work. See, I told you guys it didn't work. See, now we gotta fix it. It's an undercover boss. That's another way of saying it, yes. I think that the truth is that it just gets automatically declined or somebody doesn't pay attention to it very well. I think this is a huge W for Dan Clancy. This is great that he did this.
I shower like twice a week.
I think it's fine. I was going to say you don't have to shower.
You think so?
No, that's normal. Daily showering is not what we're supposed to do.
I fucking knew it!
It may not look like it, but this is a wireless gaming mouse. It's called the Ragnarok 2, and as you can probably tell, it's shaped like the handle of a gun. The team at Ragnarok were kind enough to send this one out to me, but it has no bearings on my conclusions. When I first heard about this mouse, my initial reactions were of intrigue into the novelty of the idea, but then also a curiosity about what this means for your aiming mechanics. The most striking difference is the vertical grip. On a standard mouse, our wrist can move left and right in a relatively small range of motion, but as soon as you grip vertically, that range of motion jumps from 70 or so degrees to nearly 180. Our wrist is also much better and stronger at moving this way. The obvious trade-off is losing the precision of our fingers, and for aimers like me, losing that palm contact with the mouse pad. You technically can have that palm contact if you don't use the base plate, but without it, the mouse doesn't have enough surface area and tilts left and right as you aim, so it's not really an option. When I first set it up, I was using it to edit another video, and I was impressed with how intuitive it felt to left and right click and even scroll around. Before actually playing anything, I was expecting this mouse to be a novelty. I'll play some footage from the first couple of hours with it and share my thoughts. Immediately, it was apparent that tracking, at least in a straight line, felt great. With the stronger and better wrist movement, this type of aim felt both comfortable and easy to do. On the other hand, quicker tracking adjustments, like against AD strafing targets, were definitely much more difficult than I was accustomed to. I don't think it's an insurmountable problem, but at least in the first session, I found this style of aim to be the most challenging. I'm under the impression that this mostly comes down
Sup, Mr. Dragon? Hello.
My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world, and when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured beyond repair, I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind. I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
This is probably the coolest looking character of them all.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, so guys, as you can see, there is a 4.3GB update for CS2, and it's like 1 in the morning here, but I thought I'd check it out. As we can see here, here's the update. This was like 45 minutes ago. I was literally gonna go to bed, guys, but yeah, apparently there's been some, like, quite a lot of fixes. Jesus. And I know it's a super process is all run on a peer-to-peer system, meaning there are no trading bots, and you can use the skins you have up for sale until someone buys them. Also, they offer 0 fees for buying and selling into it. Okay, so it seems like there's a lot of, like, visibility you want to see. First thing, I pretty much nailed gloves now, I think. Let's look at some Paris stickers. Okay, Monacy. As far as I can tell, yep, the hollows look the same. Let's try like Stockholm, because we can check some foils. These golds, I think they pretty much, yeah, they look the same. Let's try an Entropic foil. I mean, yeah, it looks pretty similar. I mean, this looks more 3D. I don't know, it looks like it stands out more. Let's try a Tyloo. Yo, yeah, these foils look like they stand out a lot more. Let's look at it on an actual gun here. Ooh. Oh, yeah, these look a lot better. Let's see this in-game, actually. Yeah, look at this, guys. Like, I feel like the stickers do stand out quite a bit more now. Like, they just look more 3D for foils. Oh, okay, wait. So, these are 2015s, and I feel like these aren't as 3D as the Stockholms. I don't know, maybe it's just the angle. These, I don't know, they just don't look as 3D. Whereas, yeah, these Tylus, like, look how, like, 3D this part of the sticker looks. And even the text. I also want to check blue steels. Yeah, I don't think these really have been fixed. I used to really like battle-scarred blue steels, but even if we look at a 0.999, like the highest float, okay, it's a bit better. Like, the previous ones were like 8 something. These are 9.9s. I mean, it's definitely darker, but I don't feel like this is what it looked like on CSGO. And of course, guys, there's no left-hand mode, and there's no CL Bob update. So, yeah, kind of annoying. Let's just do a check real quick. Oh, guys. I was literally gonna look this up and just say, no, they still haven't fixed it, but yeah, they finally fixed it. There were a small minor updates though recently, so this could have already been fixed a couple days ago, but I just didn't think the updates were already big enough to speak on. If there's anything else that I've missed in this video that has been updated or changed, chuck it
The skin economy is melting down. It started with an absolute hammering when CS2 was released, and despite a brief rebound, prices are spiraling downwards yet again. Meanwhile, CS2 is hemorrhaging players. The complaints about the anti-cheat and lack of 128 tick and lack of content are getting louder and louder and louder. When will the pain end? And how much longer are people going to wake up and post tweets like this for? Well, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at what's really going on, and just how bad the game situation really is. Let's get into things. Now, this video is work like this. They don't make money, they make your gun look nice in a video game, so their prices can be a little bit stupid. What is a skin worth? Well, it's worth whatever Billy Bob feels like paying for it on the market today. Now, that doesn't mean things like how good a skin looks, or how many of them they are, or the weapons placed in the meta, or stuff like that doesn't matter. In fact, it matters a lot. But you are going to be dealing with a market that is fundamentally more erratic and volatile than any traditional asset. And this is where we get to what happened with CS2. It was announced in March this year, and it made people get very, very horny. You see, CS2 is a very bright game. Skins look shiny in it, and if they're shinier, well, clearly, they're going to be worth twice as much as they did in CSGO. And no, I'm not fucking kidding, that's basically what happened. People looked at CS2, thought to themselves, that looks pretty cool, and then the market decided that skins should suddenly be worth 100% more. It was one of the craziest bubbles I've ever seen, and from this point onwards, we were kind of screwed. You see, CS2 looks pretty awesome, but how is it going to make skins worth twice as much in a sustainable way? Was it going to be a huge influx of players from day one of its full release? Was it going to make everyone who played the game so turned on that they're happy to pay twice as much for their skins? Skin prices, in general, have for various reasons trended up over time, but this kind of movement didn't seem very sustainable, and it wasn't very sustainable. CS2 would arrive in September as a scuffed, unfinished game with numerous missing features, and when reality set in on the investors, existing community, prices tanked. And with every passing day, that reality is progressively reversing the stupid prices this community pushed skins to in the lead up to CS2. And frankly, we have no one to blame here but ourselves. No matter how good CS2 turned out to be, skin prices doubling simply wasn't realistic. And even if this game didn't have a ton of problems, and I'm not claiming it doesn't, it does, this kind of hype-driven stupidity was always going to end in disaster. The real question is, what happens now? Because things are not looking very good. In fact, on paper, things seem really bad. CS2 is missing a ton of stuff. We are bleeding players. The cries of anguish from people who just want good anti-cheat, good matchmaking, 128 tick fucking servers are getting louder and louder and louder. And so long as this keeps going, aside from being really bad for the game in general, it's also not going to be good for skin prices.
Right now.
I want to take a more somber look at the pessimism I'm seeing everywhere, because if I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure things are as bad as they seem. Firstly, we've got these play numbers. Have people quit CS because of the update? Yes, absolutely. But some of the accounts that have quit, inverted commas, are likely bot accounts, particularly the Flying Scoutsman type, given Flying Scoutsman isn't even in the game anymore. I'd seen these types of declines happen before when Valve added the trade hold and when Valve removed the free path to Prime in 2021. Yes, some of the drop is real, but I don't think all of it is. And if history has taught us anything, it's that CS players don't really quit. They just take breaks. When the game is in a better place, and also probably when some new shiny skins are added, a lot of the players that are leaving will probably come back. I'm also pretty skeptical about some of the general complaints about the anti-cheat, matchmaking, and 128 kick, because people have been complaining about these things for literally the entire history of CSGO, saying that games would die if Valve didn't make these changes, and the game grew. It grew, and it grew, and it grew. And I'm not saying that to dismiss valid criticism of the anti-cheat or matchmaking or the tick system, but when I've heard these same sorts of complaints, I've heard literally for the entire 9 years I've played CS, and the game has only gotten bigger and bigger and bigger in the meantime, I don't buy into the doomerism. I just don't. I'm not saying Valve couldn't do better, they could, but I just don't buy the doomerism. The lack of content, particularly the removed features and lack of new skins, is a genuine issue, of course, but this is one that Valve will very obviously eventually fix. And again, players tend to come back when that happens. So, what's the short-term outlook here? Probably not good, but the long-term outlook? Probably okay. And as one final note to close out this section, which I think represents what's happening extremely well, despite all the anger at the current status of CS2, case unboxing rates have gone up. They've gone up a lot. People are opening a lot more cases than they were a month ago. And you can even see the deviation in psychology between different communities just by looking at the markers. Buff 163, which is used by a lot of investors, is seeing a lot of case prices going down. But the exact same cases are either stable or going up on the Steam market, where a lot of casuals buy cases. This tells us a lot about what's going on. Although there are some very vocal voices complaining about the game, and again, I think some of the stuff they're saying is very fair criticism of Valve. There are still very clearly a lot of casuals who are just enjoying the game and voting with their wallets in a lot of respects. And despite all the problems at the moment, this is in a lot of respects a very good sign for the future of Counter-Strike 2. Anyway, that is pretty much it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Zeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.
I'm kind of tired. I'm get some sleep, chat. Thanks for stopping by, though. I'll be on tomorrow. Have a good night, Chirp.